If you hear like a light fan, it's because I have a fan on a table like 7 feet away. Not seven. That is not 7 feet. Like 4 feet away. Because I am already incredibly hot and I slept. And so you'd think I wouldn't be hot. Is come back actually like that really tired crash you get is because your body's overheating because you don't sleep. Your body gets hotter. It's a whole thing. What happened? I have a boo-boo. And there was a beetle on my bed. A lot of weird stuff has happened in the time I've woken up. And I haven't been awake for so long. I've been awake for a few hours. Because, I fell asleep. I fell asleep scrolling through Twitter. That's what's weird. That hasn't happened. I'm back on Twitter. I, like, distanced myself from Twitter for a while because I was like, I'm so done. Then, like, every 5 fucking minutes, it was like I was getting attacked. And I was like, this is a problem. Or I was getting attacked for being concerned for children. Um, it was a weird period of time. Anyway, so I'm back on Twitter. I'm back over there. I never deleted it. I just stopped going on it because I was like, this is driving me insane. I was like, I should not have to be attacked every single second. I like even like it's not even like oh haha Twitter attacked you. Like I would literally compliment people I historically don't like. And then their fans would be like, you don't like them, why are you being nice now? I'm like, so I can't be nice. I can't be a bitch. I can't be nice, but I can't be a bitch. What the fuck's happening? It was very annoying. But I have a golden tweet in my head right now that I will say. Maybe not today, but soon. People are weird. So yeah, how's everyone else's day going? I slept 5 hours yesterday. Maybe yesterday, aka like I'm in this weird like cycle where I'm sleeping only 50% each day. So I'm going to bed in the afternoon and then I'm waking up at night. We're doing makeup as we typically do on the Mifa morning show. This imaginary show that is not real. But yeah. I'm in this weird cycle again where like I'm sleeping from like 12 in the afternoon, like brunch time, I guess, to like 5. I know. Did we not know this? What the fuck? Anyway, um, and then I'm waking up, and then I'm like taking baby naps. It's weird. I sleep in like shifts, which I guess isn't that weird because like, fun fact, we used to back like a really long time ago. We used to like do these weird things where we would sleep in shifts, which it was probably why, like it was probably because it was like still kind of like wild, like things could hurt you if you weren't in your house situation. Like wild things, like neighborhoods weren't real yet. But basically, people would like go to bed, and then they'd wake up in the middle of the night and do whatever the fuck, and then they'd go back to bed. Like be up for several hours in the middle of the night for no real reason. Do you want me to become a serial killer? Do you want me to go murder every single man to ever exist? Because it sounds like we want me to do that. Don't tell me not to. I sleep fine. This isn't a I sleep poorly thing. I sleep fine. Like, legit, I sleep okay. I just sleep funny. I'm not having problems going to bed or staying asleep. I just don't sleep at nighttime because I like to be awake. Fucking historically, when I'm awake and sleeping like a normal person, and I'm asleep at night and I'm awake during the day, I become a bitch. I become a major bitch. So I will continue sleeping in this weird, like, in the middle of the day, I sleep 5 hours. Like, I'm not gonna stop drinking coffee because one person was like, you should be sleeping at nighttime. Do you want me to kill people? It seems like we do. My room's scary. Why is it scary? It's dark because it's hot and I don't have ventilation. And so I'm like trying to conserve what's happening in here. I won't say it's scary, it's dark. Oh, crap. I forgot sunscreen. You don't know? Like, is it because I don't have a door on my closet? Because that really just got in my way. I took that off as a child. I was a small child and I was doing big child shit. Where is that? I think it's gonna be fine if I just, like, tap it and then blend it. Because I don't want to waste this foundation. I also should be wearing sunscreen because it's really hot right now. And, we're just gonna try to, like, pat around and a little on top. It's really hot right now, and I might, like, go in my pool. So, I don't know. Might be a pool day. Last time I got in the pool, I got out of the pool, and keep in mind, I don't go in the sun, and I wear sunscreen every single day of my life, because you know what happens? I caramelize. I've never really been burnt. I was a little burnt one time in my entire life. I was a very, like, caramel-colored child. It was odd. Which, historic genetics, like, it's a genetic, historical thing. It makes sense, but it takes a long time to explain. I got out of my pool. I went in my house. And at some point, I was like, I should go shower. Because I was in the pool and there was chlorine on me. And I was like, I don't want chlorine on me. And I declothed. And I looked in the mirror. And I was so caramelized like onion. Compared to, you know, white. And I was like, this is weird because I hadn't even been out there an hour. And then I haven't gotten back in the pool since. We are doing a bit of a different lip than what I've been doing. We're doing a dark pink with red lip liner. And then, like, kind of what I've been doing, which is, like, a purple, orange, like, bronze, smoky situation with, like, heavy black liner. Which is what I've been doing for, like, days now. Because I'm trying to use up these colors on this goddamn palette so I can use it all and I can throw it away because I own too much crap. Hello. Anyway, it was very weird. It was very jarring. Because I haven't been that tan in, like, 2 years. And I was like, I don't like this. It's no shame to people that tan. Actually, kind of a little shame. Because, like, what? You're white. Stop it. That's my statement. You should be ashamed because you are white and you should stop. Anyway, and I was just really jarred from that. And then I had to do my makeup later on, and I realized, holy shit. Like, yes, I paint my face a little paler than the rest of me. Obviously. But, like, It was so bad I couldn't get away with it. That's how tan I was. And I just went, I'm not getting back in the pool. I'm never doing it. I'm not doing it. I might do it today. Because I was thinking, I was like, I haven't been in the pool in a minute. I should do that. But now that I'm like saying I should get in my pool, I'm having a bit of like like an anxiety thing. Because I'm like, why do I want to get in my pool? What's wrong? That's fantastic. But yeah, I am so hot. Not even like, ooh, I'm sexy. Like, I'm fucking sweaty. I don't like it. Um, okay, go. Let's go. I've been watching, what's new? Scooby-Doo and the new Scooby-Doo movies the last couple days. No, not the new Scooby-Doo movies. The new Scooby-Doo show, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah. That's healing. That's great. I hate life. I hate life so much. Fucking watch. Some asshole's gonna come in here and be like, why are you doing makeup if you're gonna get in your pool? Because I fucking can. It's my pool. Why do you care? You're a grown man. Do we think I'm dunking my face in my pool? You really looked at my acne and went, she's dunking her face in her chlorine-filled pool that has gems. Wow. Stupidity is so common. I'm never doing that. I don't do that. Like, yeah, I could, like, disinfect my face with rubbing alcohol, which is how I do it. But you know what's better? Dunking my face in bleach, essentially. That's a great idea. That's, like, the greatest idea we've ever had. People are like, oh my god, like, why the fuck are you dunking your face in basically bleach? Why are you doing it? It's gross. You're essentially like you're basically being like, I hate my skin, and dunking your face in bleach. I hate people. I made up a scenario in my head that I knew was gonna happen, and now I'm bitching. Hi. We might listen, and by we I mean me. We might listen to Sombre today. I don't know. Depends. We might. It depends if someone I like uploaded on YouTube because I haven't watched YouTube in like 3 days. We also might paint the wall. I don't know. I might also have to repaint a chunk of my wall I did yesterday at the end of my stream because I looked at it when I woke up and I went, I don't like that. He's like, don't. It's weird. It looks holy, and I'm just like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? No. Also, update on this little thing. If you don't know, I started using this like as my main thing to apply makeup a few months ago, I think. And while I still have acne, yes, I think it's from my pillowcase. Not like I think it's from like germs in food and gross. Not from this, and I haven't had like cystic, like big, like little pustules in a while. I have gotten them, but they went away somewhat quickly compared to how they used to. And oh, that's fun. I popped a pimple, and now it's like we're gonna be a bitch. Okay. I look like I got bad filler in my face. That's great. That's fucking the greatest thing that's ever happened in one day in my life. Where the fuck is it? Where's my little... Oh, here. Lifesaver. If you ever wondered, like, what's a good heavy-duty, like, cream concealer you can put under your makeup that will, like, cover up scarring and pots and stuff, this. I got it secondhand from somebody I knew forever ago, and I use it to spot, and I use it to do some other stuff, and it still has so much product left in it. Granted, I got one that was like relatively full-ish, I think, but that was, how old am I? I'm gonna be 19. I got this when I was 15. So like, it's been a good 3 years. That's pretty awesome, honestly. We'll say 3. So I'd suggest, it is like $30. Who the fuck went, yes, this pot of essentially cream foundation, that's what it is, it's cream foundation. They went, this is gonna be $30. Oh, and you're gonna drop it and it's going to snap immediately. I have carpet. It's not even like I dropped it on hard floor. It doesn't make sense. But these people were like, we're gonna make it fragile and we're gonna make it $30. What's wrong with these people? And that was a few years ago. I looked up the price a few years ago. I even remember the price because I remember being like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bet you anything, it's like 40 now. I fucking bet you on my life if they didn't discontinue it. So yeah, they should send me more because I have a long ways to go, but I want a paler shade. I have all these little spots coming up, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna take a teeny bit of foundation, and we're gonna just kind of like spot it on top. Anyway. But yeah, also, if they have a fucking, like, a real primer and not what I've been doing, which is sunscreen, spray sunscreen, they can also send me that. That'd be great. I say as I'm actively trying to go through all my stuff. What's wrong? Honestly, that goes for any brand. If someone sends me stuff, I will, like, mention it. I will say in a video. I will film a video about it. Like, I will do it. Just send me the fucking thing. I need my coffee. People are gonna be like, oh my gosh, your skin is so, like, potty and gross. Oh my god, it's almost like I have fucking skin. Because people say the weirdest shit, and I'm just like, can we, like, shut up before I castrate you? Like, can we stop? somebody in the chat. Give me a sec. Hello. Good morning. Okay. I'm gonna assume you're still here. So you're one of my members. Do we want me to start doing members only lives? Because I am getting a few more members, like, somewhat consistently. Like, not a lot, definitely not a lot, but, like, more. Do we want me to start doing that? Because I will. I'll have fun. I'll do it. We can talk shit. We can have, like, talks about my personal. None of your business. If you're asking, it's because you're jerking off and you don't want to feel like I'm a child. I know everything. I see everything. I see when you're awake. I see when you're sleeping. I see when you're jerking off to my face. Don't be weird. I'm gonna make a song. I mean, like, I fucking see everything you do. You don't need to be that fucking weird. I'm turning up my fan. Okay. Pretty sun. I don't know what the temperatures are gonna be today. Hopefully not like dying hot. If so, I'm gonna like have a little. I'm gonna have my hose on the side of the pool. Oh yeah, if you don't know, I'm getting back in the pool for the first time. I'm gonna try getting it like once a week until like summer's done. Because honestly, I could probably get so tan even doing that. Like, and I wear kind of a lot of sunscreen. I'm not even joking. Oh, that's a whole nother topic. I think genetically, if you can't tan, you fucking shouldn't be. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, love you. Guys, I was just thinking about how much I love you all. Literally this morning. We've been doing so phenomenal again. And I'm like, I love us. I love us. This is great. And I was like, I love us. I love us as a fandom. I was like, this is great. I was like, this is awesome. Am I tooth cut? Oh. I just realized, I guess I hit my tooth. Because it's like a little at the end. That's weird. Anyway, I was literally thinking about how much I love you guys this morning. Which sounds nuts. But I do. I love us. I love us as a fandom so much. What are you yelling at me about? Hello, everyone. I went to go maybe get a snack of some sort, and I picked an apple, and then the apple looked a little weird, and I went, I'm gonna cut this apple up. I'm not gonna eat this apple raw. Turns out, basically, the whole core of apple seeds has roots in the apple. So I took the whole core of the apple, and now we're doing what you do when you try to sprout seeds, which is put it in a wet paper towel in a window. I've done this a lot. Basically, every single time an apple seed is sprouted in my apple, I put it in a bag. But it was so many that I'm going to let the whole core sit in my window. I'm not done cutting up my apple, but this is kind of insane. Who knows? Maybe I'll get an apple tree out of this. In the hottest place in America. That sounds like it will work amazingly. What the fuck? I'm gonna go finish cutting up that apple now. And who knows, maybe I'll end up with an apple tree. Or several, because it's literally like 4 of the apple seeds are sprouted in the core. And I was like, I'm not fucking with this ecosystem already happening, so I just cut the core out and put it in the window. I'm back with apple. But yeah, that's fucking insane. But yeah, that's nuts. It was like, hey, there's a whole family of apple seeds in here. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Anyway, so now they're in the windowsill because I would be a bad person if I didn't give like them a chance at life. That's something that's so simple to do. Literally, just put your if you find sprouted apple seeds in your apple core when you're eating apples, just simply put them in a bag and put them in the window, and then bury them later. Like you could give them a chance of life. They're trying to live. It's like one of the most simple things in the world, and I feel like if we all collectively did that, we would have, you know, a lot more food. And for some reason, people just don't do that, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I get if you live in a city, I guess, but even then, it's like you can put it in a plant pot and put it in the window. You can do that. It's gonna have a harder time, but I'm sure you can find somebody somewhere who has land or a yard and plant it there. Like, come on. That should be a program. That should be a program for people. Oh my god, that'd be so cute. Like, somebody just buys a bunch of land and turns it into, like, giant apple orchards for, like, helping with food issues. And the way they get all the apple seeds and sprouts is literally people taking their store-bought apples and sprouting the seeds, putting them in pots, sprouting that, and sending them to them. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking cute. That would be so cute. Also, do you know how many people that love the earth like me would do that? So many young people would do that. Oh my god, it could be a whole program in school. It could be a whole program in elementary schools. Like when they do the thing that they put the apple seeds in the baggies and then they put them in the window seals, and it's like I think they do it with beans more often because you don't have to buy a bunch of apples for that. But that would be so cute. Like you sprout a bunch of apple trees and you put them in pots, and then like collective classes of like first graders of like 25 to 30 kids goes and sends the trees to acres of land to help with deforestation and fucking feeding the less fortunate. That would be so cute. That'd be so fucking cute. Oh my god! I want to do that now. Oh my god, that'd be so cute. Oh my god. The little versions when they're like, I get the hell? I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. Yeah, I do. That'd be so cute. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna cry. Like, I would do that every single time because I buy kind of a lot of apples. I would literally do that every single time with all of my apples. These people would get thousands of apple trees from me alone. These people could be me. I could do this. I should do that. I should invest. I should call up my state and be like, hey, I'm Native American Irish. You deserve to give me land. I'm gonna take the land and I'm gonna make apple orchards. I also love you. It would be so cute and fun and fresh and just great. It could be a whole program where people like sprout apples and shit and like we just send them off. Oh my god. Over time I could expand and do like a whole wing of oranges and shit. That'd be so fun. That's what I thought. The apple I cut up was a smidge old, so it's a little like fermenty. Oh yeah. This is going in my compost. That's not good. That's not good. I didn't have these this long. I'm gonna swallow. I might be sick though. That is not good. That is. Mm-mm. I'm gonna put these down, and when I'm done with my live, I'm gonna cut them up and scatter them and put them in my compost bucket. That's fermented. Yep. No, not good. That makes me upset. But you know something? I saved the apple core, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what? I'm gonna start that. I'm gonna start that. I'm gonna start it by sprouting stuff in my yard. In my yard. In my amazing yard. How did you start with this program? Well, it started off while I was doing YouTube shit, and I cut up an apple that was very, very bad. And I looked inside, and all these tiny little apple sprouts were out, and I went, "This is so cute!" And then I took all the apple sprouts and I put them in my window, and then next thing I knew, I had hundreds of apples in my window. Oh my god, that'd be so great. Oh my god, at that point, I should just be putting apple sprouts in all the windows. That's what I should be doing. All the windows in my house. I do love apples a lot. Oh my god. Okay. I have to pee, and I also feel a little sick. So I'm gonna go pee and hopefully not throw up. That is so bad. I don't even think I can give that to the squirrels. I really don't think so. I don't even think I can give that to the squirrels. That's bad. I am back. I did not get sick. I did go pee. Yeah, I did. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna do that to all of, and it's also like that's going to be a bucket situation. I can't put like a million apple trees in the ground, obviously. That's gonna be a bucket situation. And oh my god, I have so many buckets. I already have a lot of buckets. I just mean, like, you know those big ass, like old school buckets of cat litter that are like plastic buckets? Yeah, we use them for yard work because my mom only bought that brand of bucket for a really long time. So I could, like, that brand of cat litter for a really long time until we actually got these cats. Until we got these cats. And because it was like a 6-year period where we didn't have cats. I could honestly take some of those buckets and drill holes in the bottom for ventilation and then put mesh and then compost in like yard dirt. Also, I say mesh in the bottom so the water can filter through without taking dirt with it through the holes in the bottom. Because that is a risk. If you've ever had one of those cheap little, like little pots that are like flimsy plastic that you would like drink out of, which is really gross, from like Walmart or Albertsons or like a store where they sell plants, and then you see the little holes and you pick it up and it moves and it goes every fucking time. Basically, mesh is but to prevent that. Mentally, in my head, I'm thinking, I don't know, I should so do this. Yeah, I should so do this. At least as like an experiment and like encouragement to y'all in my community and my people. I should so do this. It'd be so much fun. Okay, I also like to wear makeup. Your point. I'm sorry, I would still look like I'm like glimmering and have hot pink lipstick all the time. Yeah, I should so do that. At least as like an experiment or something. Encouragement to y'all. Like, where do apples grow? I forget. I don't have a backup phone anymore, so I should really look it up when I get off. But I've gotten apples to sprout in where I live. Where is it? So I'm sure I could get them to grow. Maybe a little adverse to like this and the scenario, but like I'm sure I could get them to grow. That's where you went. I lost this like 2 days ago and I can't find it. I can't find. It's right in front of my face. I'm not smart, apparently. Anyway, but yeah, that was so much fun. Oh my god, I should so do that. I have so many good ideas to help the earth and so little money to do anything about it. It's bad. How's your parole officer doing? I hear he shot you. Did I say Megan Trainor? Who is it? I don't. I just don't. Okay, so you know I'm secretly a murderer. Cool. Cool. I have to kill you now. I'll bury you under my trees. I don't know who that is. Okay. So other women need makeup. Cool. Thanks for expressing your sexist ass shit. Thank you. How is everyone? I hope everyone's well. Can't wait to tell my mom about the apple seeds I found. I'm gonna try to see if that other apple we have is, good or not. And if it's not, I'm just gonna cut it up and, put it in the compost. And I'm gonna take the seeds and put them up with my Becky. That's what I'm gonna start doing to all my apple seeds. I'm just gonna cut them up and put them in bags. Because honestly, that whole donating apple sprouts orchard thing, and then taking the fruit from those trees and donating them, it sounds like a really good idea. And honestly, it probably would help with things like pollution, because more like earth life in the area filter, good air comes back. It's like the same idea with like houseplants, isn't it? Hi. That is, even if I don't make it like a big thing, it's still a lot of produce to be donating, first of all. And second of all, just like, it's a really good example to like people and my surroundings and you guys and like, honestly, it'd be so much fun. Be a good example to people. Like, hey, the earth is still alive, it still needs your help. I feel like people are honestly putting the earth's health on a back burner in more recent time, which very much upsets me, like on a personal level. Because I'm not good at a lot of things, but I'm good at helping Mother Earth. And so I'm a little like, why are we like all pretending like she isn't screaming and crying? Like, why are we pretending like that isn't fucking happening? Why are we pretending like we can't do more? Like, we can do so much more. Literally, if you even like composted a little coffee can, it would be doing so much. Hell, if you did what I do, which is quite literally throw my coffee grounds into my yard because they will decompose and nourish and help, especially where I live. If you live in a place where the majority of your dirt is clay and sand, you should be doing that. You should be throwing coffee grounds into your yard. My pool. So like 20 feet away from my room. Really, if y'all composted in little coffee cans, at least it would help so much. Like, and you know something? You can also just, nothing's stopping you as a person that lives in a city from taking your compost you made and going to trees and shit and parks and stuff and like putting it there. Nothing's stopping you. What are the police gonna do? Oh no, someone's helping the trees. Fuck them. Their job is, well, are people overdosing on fentanyl and trying to like keep people away from other people that shouldn't be around? Like, they're not gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, someone's littering by putting coffee grounds next to this tree. If they are, they should be fired. Like, let's be real. Nothing's stopping you as a person from making compost and going out into your concrete jungle and just tossing it about. Nothing's stopping you. It takes maybe 20 minutes of your week to put things that are compostable like fruit and coffee grounds and so many other things, eggshells, and just putting them in a coffee can. Like, nothing's stopping you from doing that. At all. Like, at all. Even more so if that food is spoiled or gross or nasty. Like, if your eggs are expired, okay, crack them open, take the eggshells, go put them in some grass, and stomp on them. You know something? Eggshells are actually really good for the planet. Like, nothing's stopping us from doing any of this. I'm sorry, I'm on a bit of a tangent. Because people act like taking care of the earth is like the hardest thing in the world. It's not. It really fucking isn't. Like, the bare minimum is don't use one-use produce bags. Like, one-use grocery bags / produce bags. And compost. Those are like the two easiest fucking things in the world that you could be doing as a human being to help Mother Earth, and people don't do them. It takes maybe like an hour out of your like month or even your year. Like, let's be for real. It takes such a little time to do those simple tasks that will help in the long haul of the planet and your surroundings and probably your air quality a little. Like, guys, come on. Come on. It's not that hard. And people that act like it's less hard shouldn't be the ones having kids. I'm sorry. I'm a firm believer if you're not willing to take care of the planet that your kids are going to be stuck with, you shouldn't be having kids. At all. You should go get your tubes tied and your dicks cut off. Like, no. We're not doing that. What is that pink? Hey, it is pink. I have pink on my wrist. It looked like a bite, and I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, it's not that hard. It really isn't. I might start making content like once a week that's like, this is something you can do to recycle. Because it's not that hard, everyone. It's not. Hell, I'll start uploading shorts like every other day, being like, there's something you can do to help recycle. It's not that hard. If you want your kids to have a happy life, maybe give a shit about like their air quality and like if they're gonna be able to like, I don't know, breathe and have a life. Like, I'm not even talking about like affording a home or having a family of their own. I'm talking about their actual fucking like well-being as a person. Like, guys, come on. Come on. It's not that hard. I'll be back. I went to go cut up the apple. I'm not gonna eat into little cubes, so that later when I put them in the compost, it'll decompose easier. Hi. Oh, people are here. Hi, everyone. Hello. Itchy. But yeah, I'm so getting that apple idea. Like, even if it doesn't get big, it's still good because it's like, it's still happening. Hi! And to act like one little thing isn't going to help a tremendous amount to Miss Mother Earth. Which also, like, think about it. Mother Earth is literally, like, the mother to everything, including you, in the trees, and the sky, and everything. Literally fucking everything. And we treat her like crap. Do you hate moms? Do you think they should be abused? Like, I'm sorry, I'm getting tizzy again. I'm getting a tizzy. But it's like, think about it. Literally, if Mother Nature was not a thing, you would not be here. Your mom would not be here. Your grandmother wouldn't be here. No human beings or animals or life or trees or dirt or anything would be here. That's making me sound like that's making me sound like she's God. But like, guys, if there is a God, it's Mother Earth, not some man that made water into wine. What'd he do? Put a bunch of people on a boat and a bunch of animals, threw a tantrum, got mad, fled the Earth. Like, that is so out of order. But that's what he did. What'd Mother Earth do? She made everything. Like, if anyone should be being praised, it's Miss Mother Earth, not fucking God. Doesn't even deserve the title, let's be honest. Like, why? Fucking why? Are we so scared to be like, a woman made everything? Like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, shut the fuck up. Why are you scared as an individual to be like, a woman made everything? A woman made you. Shut up. My makeup is a disaster recently. Like, if women didn't happen, you wouldn't happen. No animals would happen. Nothing would happen. So why the fuck are we acting like the god of the world, if there is one, is a man who threw a tantrum and flooded the planet? I'm sorry, that's coming way too close to home for my current life in America, considering our president threw a tantrum, and now another country's like, we might bomb you. What the fuck? Like, we didn't do anything. Bomb Washington, not us. hell, if we're to believe Elon, we didn't even fucking get him legally. Jeez, I can't. I can't. You believe that God is a man, you have a fucking issue, and you have this internalized sexism, that's awful. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Who made you? Women. Who made the woman that made you? Woman. Who made that woman? Woman. Who makes all the animals and planets and everything? Not planets. The plants. You know how plants happen? Women. The women are like plants, kind of. It's weird. You should look it up. Like, people, if women weren't godlike, you would be not here. You would not even have ever been made. Like, let's be for real. Fucking hell. Like, if you can't comprehend that maybe, just maybe, we should love the earth some more, and women a lot more, and like, Jesus Christ, get off my shit. Get off my shit. You shouldn't be here, you're not welcome here, like, why are we acting like that? Like, what the fuck? I'm getting very southern recently. I'm very in a tizzy right now. No one's talking me down from my tizzy. It's what the fuck? We're gonna watch YouTube. There we go. Like, guys, come on. Let's remember. Women literally made all of the things that made all the other things. Like, calm the fuck down. God's a man. Oh, that's hysterical. Maybe he was a woman fucking PMS. I don't give a shit. Okay, your God literally threw a tantrum because the people he made turned out to be bad people. And then he flooded the planet. That's the most man tantrumy thing I've ever heard in a damn life. And I said, yes, I said in a damn life, because fucking hell, reincarnation's probably real. Energy can't be destroyed, and that's like science. We're energy. Everything's energy. Which ties into my feelings of everything might have emotions, and we just don't know because we're emotionally dead animals. Like, I have a whole fucking theory. Like, I sound like a nutcase, but I have a whole, like, theory that, like, everything, literally everything, like the fucking trees, and the sun, and the planets, not the planets, the fucking plants. I keep saying planets when I mean to say plants. Like, I have this theory that literally everything that is, like, Earth made has emotions and feelings and empathy. And that the people who treat those things like crap have shitty lives. Have you ever fucking noticed that? That people who aren't nice to animals and aren't nice to plants and are, like, generally kind of dicks get their shit rocked. Even if they're, like, nice to humans, if you're not nice to an animal or trees or plants or even insects, like, you are getting your fucking shit rocked. I have a whole, like, thing. I am so empathetic to all fucking things. It's insane. It's really kind of a little stupid. But, like, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, trees could come to life. And then who's gonna get fucking destroyed? The people that cut down the trees. I don't cut down trees. I'm nice to the trees. I hug them and I say, you are a very pretty tree. Like, people should live in that fantasy of, like, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. The plants could develop how to talk. Cool. Anyway. But, like, seriously, people, be nicer. Be nicer to your fellow man. Be nicer to plants and animals and just really anything and everything. Be nicer. Be more empathetic. The world and Mother Earth and fucking karma will reward you if you're just a fucking nicer person. Really, I've, I've, I've been talking to my parents about this because we have a wasp issue, and the only people that have an issue with the wasp are my parents. Look, I'm going outside, the wasp are sniffing me, and just like chilling. We're fine. You know what? Because I showed empathy to them, and when I had to kill one, I buried it and said I'm sorry a million fucking times, and I cried a little because I felt bad. You know what? They probably saw that. They probably saw that and went, oh shit, like she didn't want to. This wasn't her choice. They might have feelings. You don't know. They can't talk. Okay, someone's gonna be like, this bitch is batshit insane. But you know something? Never been stung by a wasp. Never had an issue with trees or the planet trying to hurt me. I walk around barefoot like a lunatic. There's stickers and bugs and stabby things and cicadas and all sorts of dangerous shit in my yard. I walk around barefoot like a crazy person. Never get injured. Never. Literally never get a sticker. Never get stung. Never get shit. I don't know about you, but I think that maybe me being empathetic to the world and everything around it is paying off. Like, I don't, fuck you. Like, don't knock it till you try it. Like, I felt bad for corn last night. I felt bad for corn. Because I was eating something that had corn, and there was all these little pieces of corn stuck together, like they got chopped off together and they didn't break apart, and they were holding on to each other for dear life, and I said sorry to it before I ate it. I said sorry. And you know something? Did I look stupid? Yeah. Did my dad give me a weird ass look and treat me like I'm like insane? Yeah. But you know something? Maybe if you were all a little nicer to your things, you wouldn't get injured, you wouldn't get sunburned, you wouldn't get fucking shit done to you. That's awful by Mother Earth, nature, and fucking hell. Literally. People act like it's just like the hardest thing in the world to be empathetic. You have a problem and you should not reproduce if you think this. What the fuck? It's a piece of dust. Like flying around. Look, my cat finds bugs and spiders in my room that have probably been here long enough for her to notice. Never caused me an issue. Never bit me. Never caused me shit. You know why? Because I ain't caused them shit. Like, Jesus Christ. I generally can't with people that are so emotionally dead that they can't show empathy to things like that are alive. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'll get ant bites, but I'm stepping on the ants. I deserve that. Literally. Like, guys, come on. It's not that hard being an empathetic person. Especially to things like bugs and plants and, like, things that are alive. Like, I'm empathetic to things that aren't alive. But that's my own issue. But, like, guys, come on. Say hi to the plants. Say nice things. And say sorry when you have to kill things. And just be a more empathetic person to the fucking planet. Fucking out. Go as far as saying, I'm so sorry to the cow you're gonna fucking eat. Like, come on. Come on. Don't fucking knock it till you try it, because you might have a bit of a happier life if you just say sorry and you are empathetic to the things that are alive that contribute to you being alive. I know I sound like a nut, but I've been doing this my whole life, and I don't get injured that often because of things like plants and bugs and animals. You know what I get injured by? People. Every time I've almost died, it was because people. Like, come on. Don't fucking act like it's the hardest thing in the world to be empathetic. If it is, you shouldn't reproduce. You know, like, come on. You will live a happier life. Ugh. Oh, the sun. I like the sun. Hi, sun. Yeah, literally, be nicer. Fucking be nicer to your planet and the world and people, and it will reward you. Like, I sound like a fucking nut. And to religious people, I probably sound like a Satanist right now, but like, come on. Literally nothing. I'm gonna get ready, I might paint some, and then I'm gonna go chill in my pool with the wasp. No, that's gross. Stay where you live. You come over, I kick you. Hello.
blue. They're both wearing a blue uniform, and they even both have that on their uniform. In fact, if you remove the eye patch on the hat, it just looks like the captain himself, just younger. In fact, we see the same picture 8 seasons later in the season 12 episode Poop Hooks. For some reason, the fish is a different color, but that's not important in this episode. As Krabs throws his and Mrs. Puff's food, we see another picture of a pirate ship in his house. As the food melts the ship, a pirate in blue comes out of the ship. But wait, we've seen this blue uniform before in Krabs' Navy chest. What is a pirate doing wearing the same uniform? So it turns out that Krabs has been lying this entire time about being in the Navy. His Navy buddies and his captain were all pirates, and now they've disguised themselves to not go to jail. Even his own father dresses like a normal guy to hide from his past. But this isn't the only lie Krabs has been telling around town.
Yeah.
My name's Ethan. I started smoking menthol cigarettes to be just like the cool guys in the ads. Here's my tip. There's nothing cool about smoking and having a stroke. I guess they forgot to mention that in the ads.
Tobacco companies aggressively target black communities with menthol ads. You can quit. For full help,
Hello.
quit now. 333-8888.
So if lying about his past life wasn't enough, Krabs has started making up stories on how he invented the secret formula. In the season 5 episode Friend or Foe, Pete, Plankton, and Karen slowly reveal how Krabs accidentally invented the secret formula. But this completely goes against what Krabs said a season before in the episode Enemy in Law. After Plankton started dating Krabs' mother, he decided to confront him. While telling him to stay away from his mother, Krabs mentioned that the formula is an old Krabs family recipe. But there's a secret third story in the Camp Coral episode Kitchen Sponge. In the episode, it's revealed that it was SpongeBob who invented the formula when he was a kid. So then, what's the real story? Well, a lot of you might be wondering, why am I talking about Camp Coral? It's not even canon. There's so many inconsistencies between the shows that it's not even worth mentioning. Well, the answers lie in the exact same episode. So looking at the episode, Mr. Krabs needs someone to help Plankton up. After everyone leaves, he gets stuck with SpongeBob. But despite being a child, SpongeBob can cook really well. He uses a bunch of random ingredients to make dishes, which Krabs obviously isn't a fan of. So to impress Krabs, SpongeBob makes a patty for a few pennies. Krabs loves the patty so much he gets rid of everything else on the menu. But Plankton is randomly convinced that he can use the burger to take over the world. So he tries to steal the secret formula. After a bit of a chase, the formula gets burned by Sandy's automatic campfire. It seems to be an accident until it's revealed that it was all part of Sandy's plan. So here's the thing. If Camp Coral isn't canon, then how is Sandy talking to her younger self? This would mean that Camp Coral is in the past. Anyways, they continue talking, and younger Sandy talks about how the plan worked. But listen carefully to what she says. So, this was all Sandy's plan? How did she know the formula was almost going to get discovered? Is this one of the cases where Sandy had to intervene in the past for the universe to explode or something? Well, sort of. As they continue talking, Sandy reveals something huge. there is something interesting that comes from this revelation. If Camp Coral is canon, then Mr. Krabs must have owned the camp. But how would he do that if he was being a pirate? Well, the easiest way to understand this is through Pearl. So it turns out when Krabs was a pirate, he didn't have Pearl. In fact, Mr. Krabs' own grandfather doesn't even know that he has a granddaughter. Considering the last time they met, Krabs didn't have Pearl, it means that this is before Krabs opened Camp Coral. From Camp Coral, we know that when Mr. Krabs ran the place, Pearl was just a baby. This would mean that after being a pirate, Mr. Krabs opened Camp Coral to earn money. So if it wasn't SpongeBob who discovered the formula, then who? Well, it probably wasn't a bunch of pirates, but what about Mr. Krabs' mother? After all, Krabs claimed that she grew the formula in the episode Indian Law. But for the formula to be an old recipe, it would have to be made by some old relative. Unfortunately, we don't know anyone in her family, except one person. So in the entire show, we don't know anything about Mr. Krabs' mother's old family. But in the comic books, we learned about Mr. Krabs' uncle, Goofy's mother's brother. Sadly, all we know is that the guy was an adventurer. So we can never truly figure out if it was an old Krabs family recipe. Well, actually, there's just one thing. See, when Krabs mentions the recipe, he calls it an old Krabs family recipe. Now you have to remember that Mr. Krabs' full name is Eugene Krabs. He got the name from the dad's side of his family, meaning that all their last names are also Krabs. But what about Mr. Krabs' mother? From the episode Krabs, we know that not all Krabs have the last name Krabs. What the hell is that sentence? Well, from the same comic book, we figured out that her brother's last name was Porter Crab. She probably had the same last name, meaning she didn't create the formula, and Krabs lied about it being an old Krabs family recipe to throw plankton off. Krabs has been living a secret life as a former sailor to throw off the police. His reality of being a pirate has been hidden from the public. Only SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward know the truth. He also lied about the formula being an old Krabs family recipe to throw plankton off. Krabs truly is a bad guy. So that's the video. I hope you
Bye.
guys liked it. I'll see y'all in the next one.
We're at that.
So originally, I was going to call the theory right there, but there was something that kept throwing me off, so I just had to come back. In the Camp Coral episode Kitchen Sponge, when Sandy's talking to herself, young Sandy says something really confusing. She mentions that the formula can be safely rediscovered in the future. Krabs made the formula when he was a kid, and SpongeBob made the formula when Krabs was an adult. What does she mean by it can be rediscovered in the future? At first, I just assumed it's younger Sandy, it's a child, she probably doesn't even know what she's saying. But this is the same girl who built a time machine by herself in the episode PL1413, so maybe she's not a complete idiot. But then, what does she mean by the future? Well, we have to understand that because Sandy talked to her younger self, she messed up the timeline which led to SpongeBob getting the formula. So, she sent her younger self to Camp Coral to make sure Plankton doesn't get his hands on it. But here's the question. If Sandy stopped the formula from being discovered in the past, how did she know it would accidentally be discovered in the first place? How did she know to send her younger self to Camp Coral to destroy the formula? Well, this is where it gets a bit harder to understand, so I use something similar to make it easier. So, in the movie Back to the Future, Marty goes to the past and messes up his parents meeting each other, meaning he and his siblings would never be born. In a similar way, Sandy talked to her past self, which led to young SpongeBob discovering the formula and Plankton using it to take over the world. So she sent her younger self to fix everything, like how Marty asked younger Doc to help him get back to 1985. This led to a series of changes that were never supposed to happen, like Sandy going to Camp Coral. It's similar to how when Marty left, Biff controlled his dad, but when he came back, because his dad punched Biff, everything changed. So to recap, Sandy invented time travel and talked to her younger self. But because of something she did with the past, the timeline got messed up and it meant that Plankton would take over the world using SpongeBob's formula. So she went to the past, asking her younger self to go to Camp Coral to destroy the formula. This restored everything and the formula would be discovered the way it was supposed to be. But because Sandy messed with the past, the timeline got messed up and Sandy, despite meeting SpongeBob when they were adults, met him when they were kids. But what about the future? Why did young Sandy talk about it? Well, listen carefully to what she says. I think when she says rediscovering, she's talking about crabs. Let me explain. So we know that Krabs invented the Krabby Patty secret formula, but after knowing people liked the burger, he still didn't open the restaurant. And this reveals that Krabs' main motive was never to open the Krusty Krab. After all, he and Plankton made burgers to get money and become popular during school. Krabs always cared about being a pirate more than anything else. But after realizing that being a pirate doesn't bring in the money, Krabs decided to pursue something else. But instead of opening the restaurant, he opened a summer camp and had a child. This reveals that by this point, Krabs had forgotten about his success in making patties. But he would be reminded when SpongeBob made a cheap patty and ate it. This led him to eventually make the Krusty Krab. This would mean that because Sandy time traveled, Mr. Krabs discovered the Krusty Krab. So to recap, Krabs lied about being in the Navy to hide his pirate past. He's also making up stories so people don't figure out that the restaurant was made because of his student and his camp. He does this to avoid the law, but also to seem superior. He wants everyone to believe that he's a genius for coming up with a formula. So, thank you guys for watching the video. This theory is sort of different from the ones I've done in the past, but I hope you guys like it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I'm Amanda, and this is HEB Creamy Creations Creme Brulee. People are always surprised by how spot on it tastes. Creamy, crunchy, sweet, and a little toasty. It really delivers the fancy restaurant experience. HEB Creamy Creations Creme Brulee Ice Cream to Texas with love.
Well, over the years, Krabs has gone from being a morally lackluster business owner to just an evil person who does bad things for the fun of it. But when did this change? When did Krabs truly embrace his bad nature? Let's find out. So we're going to look through all the phases Krabs has gone through throughout the show, starting off with Now, at the start of the show, Krabs was genuinely a decent guy. Sure, he mainly cared about money and himself, but he wasn't this insensitive boss he would be in the future. He did many things he would never do later on in the show, like in the episode Pickles, where he helped SpongeBob get over his problems. Now, did he do it because his restaurant was suffering? Of course. But he was the only reason SpongeBob went back to normal by the end of that episode. So even though it seems like he did it for the money, it still helps someone.
No, there is. It's just off to the
It's
side.
a good thing. He also seems to support his daughter in episodes like Culture Shock and The Chaperone, where he actively tries to make his daughter feel good. But the most surprising thing in this phase was in the episode Squidward the Unfriendly Ghost, where Krabs bothered to show up to Squidward's funeral. Sure, the funeral was fake and Squidward wasn't really dead, but it's the thought that counts. Unfortunately, there isn't anything nice left to say about Krabs in this phase. He actually started off on the wrong foot in the episode How Wanted. In the episode, he led SpongeBob on about the fry cook job at the Krusty Krab because Squidward didn't want Krabs to hire him. Sure, in the end of the episode, he gave SpongeBob the job, but he did say that they would never see him again. Now, unlike that example, pizza delivery was a bit more tame. Because Krabs wanted to make the sale, he had SpongeBob and Squidward deliver a pizza. It wasn't that Krabs hated his employees or wanted them to suffer, he just put the sale over them. And this is actually quite common throughout the rest of the video. Sometimes Krabs does things where he doesn't mean to harm people, but they end up hurting people because of his poor decision making. This happened in various episodes like in First and Sleepy Time, where Krabs didn't have ill intent, his decisions just led to negative outcomes. But that isn't the case in the episode Squeaky Boots. The episode starts poorly for Krabs when he gives his daughter old fishing boots. After Pearl obviously doesn't want them, he sells them to SpongeBob by lying about them and taking his paycheck as payment. But this only gets worse when
Wet
Krabs
n
steals the boots
Wild.
back after the squeaking makes him go
It's
crazy.
an old
He
Wet
ends
n
up
Wild
destroying them by the end of the episode.
highlight
The
stick
only redeeming
in
quality about Krabs is when he buys Pearls the boots that she
nude
actually wanted. So
something.
this really is a bad
When the
episode for
nude
Krabs. He
sparkles.
disappointed his daughter, scammed SpongeBob, and
Okay,
stole from him.
color
This
800.
isn't really a truly evil act. Sure, he did some bad things, but that's all they are. Bad.
I don't know if
This
you can
isn't
still
some
get
evil
that.
act. Unfortunately, I can't say the same
Thank
about the episode one. The
you.
episode starts off pretty tame with
Thank
Mr.
you.
Krabs, SpongeBob, and Patrick enjoying a board game. But Mr. Krabs becomes so addicted to the game, he wants to find treasure in real life. So he gets a pirate ship and brings SpongeBob and Patrick along with him. Actually, most of this episode is pretty tame. It's mostly just Krabs trying to find the treasure and SpongeBob and Patrick messing with them.
10,000 pieces each.
Thank you.
But towards the end of the episode, we learn a disturbing truth. Not only did Krabs go crazy, but he also never intended to share the treasure with SpongeBob and Patrick when they found it. He worked them for nothing. And this pretty much sets apart his bad deeds from his evil deeds.
Thank you.
Wait, I forgot to explain this earlier. So basically, we're going to split up Krabs' actions into 4 categories. Good deeds, neutral deeds, bad deeds, and evil deeds. Now there's quite a big difference between a bad deed and an evil deed. A bad deed would be a byproduct of something he did that turned out to be bad. Like in pizza delivery, he didn't want to overwork his employees, it just happened because he wanted to make the sale. But a truly evil act would be where he goes out of his way, unprovoked, to do something bad. In this case, he went out of his way to hurt SpongeBob and Patrick by not giving them any share of the treasure. Sure, they were a bit annoying to travel with and set Krabs back a few times, but in the end, they were the reason he found the treasure and they were the ones who dug it up. But wait, wouldn't that make what happened in Squeaky Boots an evil act? Well, think about it like this. Is stealing and scamming bad? Of course. Is it evil? Not really. In the case of Arg, not only did he overwork the duo, but he went crazy on them and didn't want to pay them a single cent for basically all the work they did. All Krabs really did was read a map. Basically, all I'm saying is that evil is subjective, and usually it's pretty obvious if something bad is truly evil. So, looking at the end of the first phase, it's only 34 episodes long, which is shorter than the first season. But Krabs was in a big chunk of these episodes. He had some good moments, he had some bad moments, but overall, he was a pretty decent guy. Sure, he's done one truly evil thing, but I'm sure he can come back from that, right? Yeah, so the name of this phase is really not losing confidence in me. So remember a while ago when Krabs was a decent guy? Yeah, well, it's starting to go south from here. Now, we definitely did a lot of bad things, but half of them are pretty tame. Like in Neptune's Spatula, he bets all the money on King Neptune to win the cook-off. It's not as bad as episodes where he's hurting people, he's just not a nice guy here. And his behavior continues in episodes like Fake King Loser, Imitation Krabs, and the 5 Good Games, where he does bad things like make SpongeBob and Patrick compete against each other. But what he did isn't that bad. But what is bad is in the episode Life of Crime, where he admits to stealing a lot of things he uses in his daily life. If that wasn't enough, he seems to hate his employees in this phase. First, he gambles SpongeBob away to Plankton in Welcome to the Chum Bucket, but then he forces SpongeBob and Squidward, mainly Squidward, to work the night shift in the episode Graveyard Shift. But by far one of the worst things he did for his employees in this phase was in the episode Squid on Strike, where he wanted them to pay for existing. But obviously after they didn't want to and went on strike, he fired them. Now there's been a lot of negative things said in this phase, and while we're not even close to being done, Krabs still did some good things. Like one of the nicest and most unrecognized things he did was in the episode Texas, where he hosted Sandy's going away party at the Krusty Krab. Considering he barely knew Sandy at the time, it was a pretty nice gesture. To be fair, he probably did it to sell Krabby Patties. Now I know I mentioned how much Mr. Krabs hates his employees, but let's be real, that's only for Squidward. In episodes like Cookie, Sailor Mouth, and Dying for Pie, he cares for SpongeBob and even looks out for him. It's probably because he treats him as a son, or sees him as a cash-making machine. Who knows? Now one thing that sort of stayed consistent through the phases was his love for his daughter Pearl. In the episode Bossy Boots, he hired Pearl to work at the Krusty Krab. After she made a bunch of changes Krabs hates, he didn't want to fire her because he didn't want to disappoint her. It's nice to see that despite being a terrible boss, at least Krabs is a decent guy and a good father. Hope that doesn't change in the future. Now I want to quickly talk about the episode Krusty Love, where he did something good, but then also something bad. So in the episode, Mr. Krabs falls for Mrs. Puff and takes her on a really expensive date, like 6 figures. In general, he treats her really well and buys her a ton of gifts. And if it wasn't obvious, this is a good thing. But then he kind of goes a bit crazy. So to control his spending, he puts SpongeBob in charge of his wallet. But he's so in love with Puff that he keeps buying her stuff and blaming SpongeBob for spending the money. By the end of the episode, SpongeBob storms off, cursing at Krabs. If it wasn't obvious, lashing out at SpongeBob was the bad. Unfortunately for Krabs, we really haven't gone to the actual bad stuff. So unlike last time where Krabs did one truly evil act, this time he stepped it up to 3. The The first one was in the episode Patty Hype, where SpongeBob has some ideas to make the Krusty Krab get customers. But Krabs and Squidward just laugh at his ideas and sort of run him out of the Krusty Krab. Now obviously this wasn't great, but this isn't even close to the evil he's about to do later. So after SpongeBob became successful, Krabs became jealous and bought the Pretty Patty business from him. In return, he gave SpongeBob the Krusty Krab, which hadn't seen a customer in over
Me
36
too.
days. Basically, Krabs knew that SpongeBob could never resist the Krusty Krab, no matter how dead the business is. He uses that information to scam SpongeBob out of the Pretty Patty business. Luckily, in the end, he got his comeuppance. But he stepped it up a notch in the episode The Smoking Peanut, where he first stole from the zoo, which wasn't that evil. What was evil was stealing the oyster's pearl and making it cry for a pretty long time. He clearly only cared about the money and didn't once think about the poor oyster. So yeah, his act of making an oyster suffer is pretty evil, but he topped it off with some lighthearted stealing just to make it worse. But it's sad to say that that isn't even the worst thing he's done in this phase. In fact, that's not even the worst he's treated animals in this phase. That title goes to the episode Jellyfish Hunter. So there's really
What
not
the
much to say about
fuck?
this episode. People like Krabby Patties with jellyfish jelly, and Krabs likes money. So he mistreats the jellyfish on purpose to try to make more money. I hope I don't have to explain how animal abuse is evil. So it seems pretty bad, but Krabs seems to be moving towards that evil side of it. He really isn't that decent guy anymore who usually didn't mean to hurt people. This time, he's only gotten worse. To be fair, this phase is slightly longer than the previous one, being 46 episodes long, but there's no denying that he's actively becoming worse. I'd love to say that he's gonna magically become a nice person, but we all know that's probably not gonna happen.
I put it in hot water to like loosen up
This
the
is
liner.
easily the
Look
only
at
one of the
that.
longest
Did you
phases
see
in
that?
terms of
That's fucking
episodes, and definitely
insane.
not for a good reason. The only positive
Hi.
of this phase is that
Thank
there's only
you.
one truly evil act. Even the good deeds
It,
aren't that
like,
good, considering there's only 4 of them.
Buckled
with
under the
3
heat. What the
episodes.
fuck?
It's good to see that he's continuing his somewhat nice behavior towards his employees and his daughter Pearl. In My Pretty Seahorse and Funny Pants, Mr. Krabs helps SpongeBob find Destiny and tries to make him laugh. Although he wanted to find the seahorse for selfish reasons, he kinda cared, but it was surprising to see him actually try to make SpongeBob laugh with Bunny, even though it didn't work. He was also nice to Pearl in Whale of a Birthday, where he bought her a ton of stuff. Sure, he didn't want to, but he did, so I guess that's all that matters. But the most surprising thing was him helping Squidward in the episode Squilliam Returns. When Squidward tells Mr. Krabs that Squilliam is coming to the Krusty Krab, Krabs lets him pretend to be the owner, mainly because Squilliam is rich.
Squidliam, that guy who made millions is doing what you wish you could do.
But this is like one of the first times he's helped Squidward, so that's probably got to mean for something. Unfortunately, we're all out of good stuff to talk about. In fact, there's so many bad things in this phase, I can't even list them all out, so I'm just going to mention a few important ones. Now, definitely the tamest thing he did was in Enemy Law, where he stole a dead person's hat. It's not bad considering what you're about to see. He goes a bit far in fear of a Krabby Patty, where he doesn't let his employees go home for 42 days of non-stop working. But that's not even the worst thing Squidward and SpongeBob had to go through. In plans, he holds the 2 hostage at sea until they find his $1 million. But definitely the worst thing he did was try to kill a fake health inspector in Nasty Patty. What's worse is that when he thought he killed him, he tried to get rid of the evidence. At the end of the episode, when they thought that they'd gotten caught, he tried to blame SpongeBob for the murder. Since a lot of you guys wanted me to go in detail, here's every other time he did something bad. Now, the only evil thing Krabs did in this phase was maybe the worst thing he did in the show. In the episode Born Again Krabs, he sold SpongeBob for 62 cents. We all know it's bad, and no matter how bad he felt later for it, he still did it, and even for a moment, he felt happy about it. It's definitely a contender for when Krabs changed for the worse. So this phase may have been episode-wise really long, but in the actual content, it was pretty short. There's not much to talk about. All we need to know is that there's 4 good things and a ton of bad things. Oh, and he also sold SpongeBob. Things aren't exactly looking good for Krabs. Honestly, just hoping for some form of redemption so this video can be longer.
But yeah, that's fucking nuts. Look at that. What the fuck? It buckled under the plastic buckled under the heat, which makes literally no sense because my microwave doesn't get that hot. It doesn't. That doesn't make sense. Why'd that happen? We are gonna put my old liner in it now because I don't care if I get ruined and I need to use the last of it so I can throw it away.
Yes, welcome. Jesse, did you have sex with Marshall?
I wouldn't trust her.
Can you say I'm not naked?
I have her seat.
So this video can be longer.
Let's work on this fixing a sock
Okay,
that
so
had a
this
hole
phase
in
has to
it.
exist at least once every video. For some reason, the writers of the show just randomly pick a character to forget about, and it's Krabs' turn between seasons 4 and 6, I guess. In total, there's 74 episodes, and Krabs barely does anything of interest in 10 of those episodes. I guess the best news is that he didn't do anything evil this time. The sad thing is that this time he only did 3 good things. This time he was actually pretty nice to SpongeBob. He calms him in Best Day Ever, fixes his insecurities in the original Fry Cook, and stops his unhealthy relationship with a Krabby Patty into Love a Patty. That's all the good things he did. The end. As usual, of course, a ton of stuff is bad. In this case, I guess 70% is bad. Let's do a quick rapid fire round so we can go through all this. In Best Frenemies, he and Plankton work together to take down the Kelp Shades. In good old What's-His-Name, he tricks Squidward into believing that the prize to his contest is a vacation. In The Big Switch, he trades SpongeBob for a French chef. In Whatever Happened to SpongeBob, he's rude to SpongeBob. In Band in Bikini Bottom, he runs an illegal business from SpongeBob's house. In Penny Foolish, he badgers SpongeBob about what he thought was a penny. And in No Nose Nose, he wants to get rid of Patrick's nose. Really, there's not much to say about this phase. I just thought it was weird that I went over 70 episodes and Krabs barely did anything worth mentioning. Obviously, this won't continue because the phase would have been longer, so he's either going to do something really good or something really bad. I've honestly given up hope, but let's see what happens next. These titles are not the most helpful. So the previous phase was 74 episodes long with 10 episodes where something actually happened. This phase is 76 episodes long with 25 episodes of interest. In other words, there's a lot going on in this phase and almost all of it is bad. In fact, the only good thing in this phase isn't even that good. His supposed good deed in this phase was in the episode Petter Pests, where he sells these ugly things. If you didn't catch that, Krabs did something for money. Sure, it's a good thing, but that's not what he wanted to do. He wasn't selling them because he wanted to find them a home. He sold them because they were rare. So in an effort to make this video under 40 minutes, I'm not going to go into too much detail about all the bad things he did because there's just so many more evil things to talk about. We'll go through a quick rapid fire round just so I can go through everything bad he did. Starting off with Plankton, he messed with him in episodes like Plankton's Regular, Chum Bucket Supreme, and Chum Caverns. He also scammed the entire town in episodes like Truth or Square, Greasy Buffoons, and Cracked Crabs. He even went against Squidward in the episode that plays the thing where he sold the crowd hard Krabby Patties. But for some reason, he really hates SpongeBob this time around. He tries to take money from him in Porya's pockets, was rude to him in Overbook and Walking the Plankton, and scams him in I Didn't Then What Happens. He also lies to his own grandfather and tries to steal a formula in the episode Grandpappy the Pirate and the Other Patty respectively. But by far one of the most important episodes we have to talk about is Growth Spout. The episode has a wholesome start with Krabs trying to help Pearl, but it slowly dissolves into Krabs just committing crimes around town to get food for his daughter. Once he goes to SpongeBob's house, SpongeBob reminds him that he owns a restaurant and that's the end of the episode. This would definitely be with the evil episodes, but Krabs was trying to help his daughter, so it's not really that evil. Just a really bad thing he did to try to help Pearl. So remember the name of this phase. If you forgot I said that he's evil, well, it's really gonna make sense now. Just to put into perspective, there were 5 evil things he did in the first 209 episodes, but in the following 76, there were 9 evil things. The sad part is I have to go into detail about every single one of them. Now, just to confuse everyone a little bit more, there's going to be tiers to this evil section. Some of the things are evil, but they're not that crazy. Like In Frozen Face Off, he ditches everyone during the race to try to get ahead and win. It doesn't sound bad until you realize that he was cool with everyone dying just so he could win the money. The sad part is that he knew that could happen and still went through with it. But technically, it's not that bad because no one died. He also threw SpongeBob into danger in computer overload when Plankton got machines to try to help him steal the formula. But what really tips this into the evil side is that no one knew that this was Plankton, meaning Krabs was perfectly okay with throwing SpongeBob into danger where he could probably die. The theme of letting people die continues in the wreck of the Mauna Loa, where he tries to profit off a rundown amusement park. Obviously, he doesn't care about the others and just wants to make money. But in the end, the cops show up and shut him down, so happy ending, I guess. But now, everything we're going to talk about is pure evil. Let's start off with the episode Patty Paper. In the episode, Mr. Krabs tasks SpongeBob to get the secret ingredient for the Krabby Patty secret formula. But after the drop-off, SpongeBob finds out that the ingredient was stolen. So he goes around town to find out who stole it. But after no one confesses, he has to tell the truth to Krabs. Krabs calls the cops on him and tries to get SpongeBob arrested. But in the last second, he accidentally reveals that he stole the ingredient to save $1.99. So to recap, Krabs not only stole the ingredient, but he also threw SpongeBob under the bus, threatened to call the cops, and was okay with the cops taking him to jail. Can you somehow believe it gets worse from here? Then in No Hat for Pat, he's chill with Patrick basically ending himself just so people can pay to see it. He only hired him because people wanted to see Patrick fall. In fact, he was the one who wanted Patrick to fall from so far just to earn some money. Sadly, I can't say that this is the last time he would use Patrick to earn money in this phase because of the episode Krusty Crushers. Now in this episode, Krabs learns that if anyone beats these two wrestlers, they get $1 million. Obviously, he wants to fight the two, but pretty quickly realizes that he's not going to win. So, still trying to win the money, he has SpongeBob and Patrick go into the ring. Now normally, they're both pretty stupid, but even they're smart enough to realize that they're in danger. But this is where Krabs really steps it up, because he convinces them that the wrestlers are fake and they're not going to hurt them. So, trusting Krabs, they start to treat the fight like a joke, and because of plot armor, they somehow win. They get the choice between the money and wrestling camp, and they choose camp. So luckily, in the end, Krabs got what he deserves, which is not $1 million, but he did basically, once again, risk someone's life for money. Sadly, this wasn't the last time he would use someone for money in this phase, because of what he did in the episode The Scent of Money. Now, the last two times he used idiots to make money. Sure, they don't exactly deserve it, but they were pretty stupid to realize that they were being used. But in this episode, Krabs basically enslaves Gary to make money. The worst part is that SpongeBob told him that when Gary finds change, it risks his health. And Krabs didn't once think about him and tries to get as much change as possible from Gary. Now, animal abuse is pretty bad, but somehow it gets worse in the episode The Krabby Chronicle. So in this episode, he wants to sell his newspaper and has SpongeBob lie in the news. These little lies that are supposed to make everyone's lives interesting end up destroying them instead. If that wasn't bad enough, Krabs then starts to force SpongeBob to make these articles despite them hurting people. He overworks him, and by the end, he gets what he deserves. So this sounded pretty bad, you know, destroying everyone's life in Bikini Bottom and then overworking SpongeBob, but it somehow gets worse from here. The worst thing Krabs definitely did was in the episode One Course Meal. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Krabs psychologically tortured Plankton into wanting to stand in front of a bus. Basically, he learned that Plankton is afraid of whales and dresses as Pearl to scare him. What really stands out in this episode is not only does he do what he did on purpose, but he also never pays the price for what he did. He just scares Plankton again and the episode ends. So this phase is not good. I spent 80% of my time just talking about evil things he did in this phase. I've honestly given up hope on him improving at this point because some of the things here were really dark. Most of them involved using people to earn money. What's more concerning is that he didn't do an actual single nice thing in this phase. He really only did bad things. I just included Petter Pests to say something nice. I've given up all hope I had in Krabs at this point.
Book with hotel tonight and get 10% back at Airbnb Club. Say it here. Rewards there. Hotel tonight, Airbnb later. Nice catch.
not sure yet. I don't know what that is. I can't even read it from here. Confused. You said I look like a ghost. And then you said something else and I can't read it.
So I'm sure you've seen the title of this phase and suddenly think that Krabs is going to become better. But sadly, that's not even close to what happened. Honestly, this phase has a bit of everything in it. Since we've been going through a lot of the bad things he's done in the last phase, let's start off with some good stuff. In the episode Bubble Troubles, he let Sandy breathe from him because she ran out of oxygen. Considering what we just went through, I'm surprised he's so chill with her needing to breathe from him. He also helped SpongeBob rebuild his house in Home Sweet Rebel, but that's not because he's an angel, considering he took a week's worth of his paycheck just to help him. He also scammed him in tutor sauce where he charged him $200 just to teach him how to drive. Luckily, he did genuinely good things in Face Freeze, where he told SpongeBob to stop making faces, otherwise he's going to be stuck with them forever. This technically happened again in the episode Mimic Madness, where SpongeBob kept mimicking people around town, and Krabs and the others tried to stop him. Another thing that was technically good, even though it benefited him, was in the episode What's Eating Patrick, where he helped Patrick win the Krabby Patty eating contest. But probably the best thing he did in this phase was in the episode Jailbreak, where he and SpongeBob catch a bunch of escaped prisoners. Sure, he only did it because Plankton was using the criminals to steal the formula, but he did help catch them, and that's a good thing. So that was a pretty decent amount of good things he did, but it's pretty clear a lot of them are far-fetched. Like him scamming SpongeBob isn't really a good thing, but I counted them because at least he did something. Unfortunately, we have a ton of bad things to go over, and none of them are far-fetched in the slightest. In the episode The Krabby Patty That Ate Bikini Bottom, he used Sandy's growth serum to make the Krabby Patty huge. In hindsight, this was a good idea, but he used the entire
I
thing
don't
on the
know what
Krabby
that
Patty,
is.
and it became huge, and well, almost.
You mean my eyeballs?
It's his fault.
They're
So
just
it's considered
eyeballs.
a bad deed from him. He also ruined SpongeBob's and Squidward's chances to go big in music because of his greed in Hello Bikini Bottom. Now, while this isn't that bad, if you think about it, he sabotaged his co-workers from becoming rich and famous. If he allowed Colonel Caper to take charge of the duo, then they probably would have gone big. He also snuck into a bank and safe deposit Krabs. Now, this was technically an accident, but he was in a bank vault, which is probably illegal. Now, the last bad thing he did was in the episode Sold, where he scammed SpongeBob. Basically, SpongeBob thought that his house got sold, and he was living behind the Krusty Krab. Krabs took advantage of this and charged a fee for living behind the restaurant. But a lot of you might be thinking, how is this worse than what he did in Home Sweet Rebel or Tutor Sauce? Well, in those episodes, sure, he scammed SpongeBob, but at least he got something in return. It was Krabs overcharging for his services. Here, he's just straight up scamming them. Now this time, he only did 3 evil things, which seems like he's getting back to who he was before Phase 5. The calmest evil thing he did was in the episode SpongeBob You're Fired. No points for guessing what he did here. But he didn't really run the numbers, spend the time, and decided to fire SpongeBob. Considering how many times SpongeBob's been gone before and the restaurant stopped working, this was a pretty stupid idea. But what made this really evil is how he broke the news to SpongeBob. He was cold and didn't care for his feelings, which was pretty out of his character. But now we get to the real bad stuff. In the episode It Came From Goo Lagoon, he refused to give Plankton the formula after he threatened to destroy the entire town. Now I know him not giving Plankton the formula isn't anything new, but this time Plankton was actually going to destroy the town if it wasn't for SpongeBob. Even Plankton himself tried to pressure Krabs by telling everyone that Krabs was willing to let them perish to keep his formula. But by far, one of the worst things he did was in the episode Life Insurance. In the episode, SpongeBob and Patrick don't understand how life insurance works and try to get hurt to claim insurance. They eventually convince Squidward the same thing, and he also tries to get hurt to get insurance. But once Krabs realizes what's going on, he writes his name on Squidward's insurance so he can claim it once he dies. Then he cheers him on to jump. Not only did Krabs commit fraud, but he also wants Squidward to die for money. So this phase was pretty average in terms of what happened. And it was like a healing moment from what happened in Phase 5. There was mostly bad stuff, and the bad stuff was pretty bad. I honestly don't know what's going to happen next because who's watched past Season 8 of SpongeBob? Actually, besides me, who's watched past Season 3? So this is like the opposite of the phase where nothing happens. There's 77 episodes. episodes with 24 episodes we have to talk about. Unfortunately, it still seems pretty bad for Krabs. Now, one of the trends in this phase was Krabs offloading his work onto SpongeBob and Squidward. Like in the episode Sanitation Insanity, he had the two clean up Bikini Bottom after he was charged with littering. He also gives SpongeBob to Old Man Jenkins for a while to pay off what he owes him in the episode Farmer Bob. And then he has the two try to get Bubble Bass to pay his tab off in the episode Bubble Bass's Tab. Now, although not related to the others, in Pookie Cooks, he makes them work overtime for free by cooking for him and Mrs. Puff on their date. Technically, he should be paying for the food, so I guess they're doing his work for him here as well. There's also a bunch of other bad things, like him using Patrick as a horse to make money and pat the horse, sending SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick in the mustard mine to the mustard mine, and not
They'll
giving
be
his
back.
employees any break or vacation in Break-In and Pineapple RV. Now, it seems like that was all the bad stuff, but there is another episode in which Krabs could be considered bad. In the episode Senior Discount, Mr. Krabs wants Old Man Jenkins to leave his restaurant and tries to get him out of there. It sounds pretty bad until you realize that Old Man Jenkins is really annoying. So even if technically Krabs is doing elder abuse, Old Man Jenkins definitely deserves it in this episode. So I'm not even going to count this as a bad thing, just a neutral one. Now, there were a surprising amount of good things that Mr. Krabs did, but still there's the good things where he was just looking to benefit. Like in Stuck on the Roof, he was nice enough to give SpongeBob the grill when he was stuck on the roof, but he only did it to continue earning money. He also helped SpongeBob and Gary's Got Legs because he wanted SpongeBob to make Krabby Patties. But then there's the genuine stuff where he did good things like in Cave Dwelling Sponge where he trusted SpongeBob, or in Appointment TV where he and the others recreated the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episode he ended up missing. He even gave the Dirty Bubble a job with no strings attached in the episode Dirty Bubble Returns. But definitely the best thing he did in this phase was in the episode Grandmom's the Word, where he tries to help Plankton by pretending that Plankton owns the Krusty Krab. He had no reason to help him, and he did, which is kind of sweet. Unfortunately, even though it seemed that we had Season 1 Krabs back for a second, we're still gonna go right back to his evil actions. Probably the worst thing he's done after Season 9 happened in the episode Out of the Picture, where he tries to get Squidward to die so he can sell his art and make money. He also did something similar to SpongeBob in Shopping List, where he sent him on a near-death mission to get fake ingredients for the secret formula. He did this so Plankton would follow SpongeBob so he could get the real ingredients without being followed. We see a repeat of pizza delivery in the episode SpongeBob in Random Land, where he has the two delivered to Random Land. What really makes this worse is that apparently no delivery fish has ever returned from Random Land, yet Krabs happily sends the two to make a little extra cash. He also fell off the deep end in the episode Plankton Paranoia, where he first bans everyone from his restaurant and then makes killer Krabby Patties.
Hello.
In general, Krabs was not looking good in this episode. He also did something similar to the episode It Came from Blue Lagoon in the episode The Hankering, but this time he gave Plankton the formula. This is going to be considered evil because we all know what Plankton would do with the formula. The last evil act in this phase was in the episode Quarantine Krabs, where he began to go crazy and is completely fine with his friends, daughter, and girlfriend dying of the virus. To be fair, they were isolating, but he still sent them to the freezer and was generally really crazy in that episode. So is it just me, or is Krabs becoming crazy? First Plankton Paranoia, then Quarantine Krabs. It's like he's not the same guy he used to be. At this point, we're around season 12, which means we're pretty close to the end. I'm sure we can end it with one more phase. So this is the last phase, like I already mentioned. It's actually perfectly at the start of season 13 to the end of season 15, which at the current time of making this video is the episode My Father the Boat. Unfortunately, this video doesn't exactly have a positive ending. Now, we still did some good things, like in the episode Bad Luck Bob, where he gave SpongeBob and Squidward the day off because SpongeBob is unlucky. That was the entire reason he gave them the day off. I'm gonna be honest, if this episode was made in like season 3, the whole episode would have been about the idea that Krabs doesn't believe in luck and how that affects his business. Shows how long the writers of this show have come, I guess. He also was nice in the episode Smart Artificial Intelligence, where he hired Bert Perkins after he lost his job. But undoubtedly, the best thing he did was in the episode Wiener Takes All, where he and SpongeBob rescue Squidward from a homicidal robot. This happened after Squidward started working at Weenie Hut Jr., so it's surprising that Krabs doesn't hold a grudge. But from here on out, it's all bad. Him and Plankton sell bad grease, in the episode there will be grease. It's not that bad of a thing, but by the end of the episode, they've hurt pretty much everyone in town. He also sabotages a circus in the episode Big Top Flop, but to be fair, the owner had it coming. Then he has Squidward cover for his court-mandated work at the fire department in the episode Firehouse Bob.
Not me, Mr. Krabs. He was court mandated for this. Send me instead.
He also used SpongeBob and Squidward in the episode Abandoned Twits to build his yacht for him. What's worse is that once the yacht is built, he goes on to sea to sell Krabby Patties and forces employees to work. But the person he sort of bullies the most in this phase is Pearl. First, in the episode Upton Girls, he uses her for free labor, which isn't that bad considering she's his daughter. But the actual bad thing was in the episode My Father the Goat. In the episode, he got Pearl a broken car with no engine. But before he could get out of the engine, she showed up. So he and SpongeBob pretend to be the engine while she drove around. In the end, she forgave him, but she wasn't very happy when she found out. And that's the end. If you've made it to the end, congratulations. You wasted like 30 minutes probably. Should have spent that time studying or something. But now we're gonna figure out the real question. When did Krabs become evil? So there are 5 episodes that are contenders for marking the moment when Krabs turned for the worse and became a truly evil guy. The first moment is in the episode Jellyfish Hunter. This was a milestone of an episode for Mr. Krabs. It marked the first moment where Krabs was willing to hurt people to earn money. Well, in this case, he was hurting jellyfish, but you get the point. He was basically taking the life out of the jellyfish to make a little extra cash. The second moment in the show where Krabs might have changed for the worse was in the episode Krusty Crushers, because it marks the moment where Mr. Krabs is okay with hurting people around him to get money. He's so driven that he doesn't even care that SpongeBob and Patrick probably can't beat the wrestlers. He just sees the money and doesn't want to get hurt himself. Then there's the episode No Hat for Pat, because this was the first time in the show where he was chill with someone actually dying so he could earn money. He wanted Patrick to fall really far so people could pay to see it fall. With that height, Patrick probably could have died. Well, technically he didn't die because he actually did fall, but he fell on Squidward and Squidward probably got injured or something. After that, there's probably the biggest turning point, which is the episode One Course Meal. In this episode, he tortures Plankton and doesn't pay the price for it. It's easily the worst thing he's done, and this episode honestly marks the first moment where he's okay with someone actually dying. Plankton is on the road with the intent to not live. It shows the change in behavior for Krabs from that once decent crab to a homicidal maniac. But what if I told you it's none of these moments? The actual turning point is the episode Patty Paper. But no, it's not because of what happened in the episode. Sure, Krabs framing SpongeBob for what he did is pretty bad, but it's not the turning point. The turning point is that after this episode, Krabs does some of the worst things he's done in the entire show. 3 episodes after Patty Caper comes the episode The Krabby Chronicle. 6 episodes after that is the episode Krusty Crushers. 14 episodes after that is the episode No Hat for Pat. 29 episodes after that is the episode One Course Meal. And 5 episodes after that is The Cent for Money. My point is that after the episode Patty Caper, everything hit the fan. After that moment, Krabs will truly become an evil person. So that's the video. This video is probably 30 minutes long, which is honestly crazy, but a lot of you wanted me to go into detail, so here it is. Hope you enjoyed the last 30 minutes because you ain't
Because
gonna
women can be
subscribe, because
gay.
This video took really long.
And I am very gay. That's all.
Thanks for your swords. Sweet.
Isn't just a tiny bit. He's a genius trapped in a microscopic body, obsessed with destroying Mr. Krabs and stealing the Krabby Patty formula. On the outside, he's cunning, relentless, and always plotting his next move. But underneath evil schemes, he's a bitter, lonely creature, consumed by jealousy and frustration. His brilliance can't save him from his own flaws, and no matter how many times he tries, he never quite gets
No.
what he truly wants, except failure. So grab your robot minions, dust off your evil laugh, and let's dive into the chaotic, ever-hungry world of Plankton. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There is a reason Plankton lives in a steel bucket with blinking lights and no customers, because
I did. You asked, am I going out? I said, no.
Some fortunes even say that eating in the chum bucket will make you live forever. And for once, people believe it. The chum bucket finally
Talk to us,
gets its
girl. How about this? You listen to the words I'm fucking saying
That's what he always wanted.
when I'm talking.
Success, power. But instead of enjoying it, he just stands there, watching it all like someone who doesn't trust what he sees. It's like he's waiting for someone to take it all away. And they do. The lie falls apart. The customers leave. The plan fails. And by the end of the episode, Plankton is stuck inside a fortune cookie, almost eaten in a Chinese restaurant. But for him, this isn't it. It's just another failed plan. Another small rise, followed by the usual fall. Plankton's life is full of these moments. Quick wins, fast losses, then back to square one. In a strange way, he's used to it. He may not like it, but at least he knows how it works. It's what he's practiced the most. In perfect chemistry, Plankton steps out of his usual routine for a short time. He works with Sandy on a science project. And for once,
I will be back. I have to go do something real quick.
she laughs at his jokes. She even calls him smart and not a hero, but like she actually means it. For a moment, Plankton feels like he's respected, and it's a new experience. But it doesn't last. The longer he's treated like an equal, the more uncomfortable he becomes. Slowly, he starts slipping back into old habits. He begins plotting again because he realizes that being treated with respect and being kind to others doesn't feel right to him. He's so used to being a villain that the idea of change makes him uneasy. So, just when things could have gone right, he ruins it. He locks Sandy and SpongeBob in a cage and tries to steal the formula like them, as if he needs to prove, even to himself, that he hasn't really changed. By the time we see him in their room in Greece, there's a small sign of hope. A strange chemical accident connects his restaurant to the Krusty Krab. It reads the new kind of grease that people actually want. Instead of stealing or trading anyone, Plankton reluctantly agrees to work with Mr. Krabs. They bring a product to him, and the whole town wants it. Somehow, the business grows. For once, Plankton isn't alone, but it doesn't last. This starts to
Hello.
because the product isn't actually there. The more the business grows, the more tense things become. Grease makes it
No,
and
I just look like this. But thank you so much.
and everything falls apart. What happens next says a lot. The chum bucket and the Krusty Krab both sink into the ground. The town moves on, but Plankton doesn't. He stays behind, already shouting and coming up with another plan, like nothing even happened. And maybe to him, it did. This failure for Plankton is something he understands. It's safe. It's what he's used to. That's the world Plankton inhabits long before the story asks him to change. Not a villain's lair, and not a prison either, but a space shaped entirely by repetition. He makes, he builds, he flies, he thinks,
suicidal. If they get this shit every day, they might kill themselves too. That's cold. Oh, horsey! Ew, no. Horsey! I forgot I had him. He's so cute! He's so cute! Oh, he needs to be washed. Thank you for pointing out the obvious to this pedophilic loving fuck. Not teenager, but I'm not grown. put it like that. Fuck you. need more coffee. I'm painting the wall. Damn it, I closed my door. I'll be back. I got bread. And I went pee. Oh, cool. Wait. You can't see it, but my light's going through my coffee pot, and it looks funny. Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's like this little, like spider light. And it's just moving. Because all it is bouncing off the coffee in the pot, not the glass. Oh. I need more lipstick. I ate my lipstick. No. I'm going away now. Goodbye.